Boom, and we are live, man. Grand morning, grand morning, grand morning, man. It's your guy, Mr. Chauncey Reed, y'all. Hey, and just like always, as y'all hop on, go ahead, drop your city, your state, where you actually hopping on from. So hopefully we can add some value to what you have going on in your life. Man, oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling y'all now, like this, subscribe to this, share this, because somebody needs to hear this morning. I have the distinct pleasure to interview Mr. Eric and Miss D McKinley, other national business builders. All right. I want y'all to, man, y'all better get ready, y'all. I'm telling you now, man. So, man, y'all go ahead and introduce yourself, because, man, y'all can do it way better than me.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Dorothy, better known as D McKinley, and I am the National Director of National Business Builders, and I am here with my lovely husband, Mr.
Hey, I'm Eric, man. So, hey, my wife, man. So, hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Eric McKinley. I'm the Director of Program Development of National Business Builders, and we're excited to be here, man. We're excited to be on the other side, like I told Chauncey, the other side of the camera.
Yes. Thank you so much for having us, Chauncey. We are excited.
Man, thank y'all for hopping on. So, let's dive into this. Let's dive into it. So I'm gonna ask y'all this. I like to ask everybody that hop on these two questions so people really see the magnitude of and the power of income shifting. So how was y'all life before income shifting?
It was a struggle. It was a struggle living paycheck to paycheck, like a lot of other people out there, but income shifting was introduced to us. And, we ran with it. We ran with it. I was the type of person to where, it's all about work, and I didn't know anything else, didn't know anything about income shifting when it was introduced to us. So I was working an actual 9-to-5 job. And when I corrected my W-4, I brought back $1,124 a month. Okay. $1,124, and I was like, wait a minute, what is this? What is this thing, called income shifting? And that's just the first part of it. Income shifting is much, much more than that. But when I saw that, I was saying to myself, man, what have we been missing out on? That is $1,124, that's big. That's big. And not saying that that's what everybody would actually get, once they look at an adjusted W-4, but, just $100, $200 per month can save somebody's home, can save somebody's car, so income shifting is real. It's real, and I'll let Eric talk some more about it, but it saved our life. It might have saved our marriage.
Yeah.
I'm going to be true to it. I'm going to be true to it. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like she said, Chauncey, I had just retired, man. I just retired from the military, and just sitting at home, man, just like a lot of retirees wondering what's gonna be next. Some of them get a job or have a job set up on the way out the door, but that wasn't me. I knew for a fact that I didn't want to go back to work. So we're talking about 1 month passes, 3 months passes, 6 months passes, and then we're introduced to this information. And, my wife was like, Dorothy was like, hey, well, you retired, what you gonna do?
Listen, y'all, I was like, when he told me that he wasn't going to get a job, I turned around and looked at him like, well, what else is there to do?
Yeah.
You go, no job? What is that? So, that was that mindset. I wasn't thinking about, hey, get a business, do all this other stuff. I'm thinking about, no, you're going to go get a retirement job because that's what most people do. And we just don't live off their retirement job or whatever. So, yeah, I was like, no.
Yeah, you got to understand, man. We didn't plan well. Right. Of course, we'll be married 20 years in March on the 21st.
March 21st.
Been together for almost 23 years, and we didn't plan well. So we have children. We have 4 children. We have 3 grandchildren. And when you got to the point of you got to retire and make that transition. All we knew was we were moving around from place to place.
Right.
We had a house, but we really didn't have a home. We owned a house. We were paying a mortgage on the house, but we didn't own a home, and we didn't know where we were going to settle down. So that really didn't really resonate. Didn't really come up. Plus, we were having, to be honest with you, we were having some issues, in our marriage as well. There's a lot of things going on. So, a lot of people, if you sit there and tell somebody that finances don't play a huge part in your marriage, or if the military is not a strain on your relationship, you lying to yourself. But just this information alone, once we were able to bring back that money into our household, we started using other strategies. And, I was just, it's funny you asked that question specifically because I was just contemplating and thinking about that, how this has really affected our lives. Because when we got started, the way we were introduced was not to use strategies. We were introduced in other ways. And I'm not going to get too much into that until you ask, but until we really understood that there were strategies behind what we were doing, that's when we really started seeing the light. So yeah, man, it's been a blessing. It's been a blessing.
Oh, so man, there's so many questions. See, man, y'all, they get an insight to kind of the conversations that we have off camera. See, that's what people really don't understand, man. The conversations that we tend to have off camera, with mentors and stuff like this, man, worth millions of dollars.
Yeah,
but go ahead.
No, I'm saying you're right. It's worth millions of dollars because people don't want to have those hard conversations.
Right.
If you're a type of person right now who think that, and I hear it all the time, well, money isn't everything. Well, it's not, but it's next to air. You ain't gonna pay your bills with love. But I'm gonna leave that one alone, bro. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Hey, so I got to jump into this next question then, because y'all kind of talked about it a little bit. How did just income shifting kind of impact y'all relationship?
Yeah, you wanna go first? No, go ahead. Well, I mean, for me being a male and being the man of the house, as I was, just like I said, we were having some marital issues before, and as a man, a real man wants to be a provider. A real man wants to be a provider, and we can sit there and hang on to God's word, and we can quote every scripture in the Bible that we want to, but a woman is not going to follow a man that ain't leading. And if he's not a provider, and a man wants a woman to listen or be a part of what's going on, then he has to show that he can do what she needs. And she needs to feel secure. She needs to feel secure both emotionally, mentally, and financially. So for me, it gave me the understanding that she respected more of the decisions. And we never had a problem with the decisions, but she respected more the decisions that I was making, because now we were skillfully and strategically making decisions based off of a business relationship, not just a reaction to us not having money. See, when you make a decision based off I ain't got the money, or your back is up against the wall, you liable to do something that you don't need to do. Whether it's illegally, whether it's getting into debt, whether it's just making bad financial decisions, or just being scared. That was us, man. We made decisions based off our bank account, not based off of the potential. For me, I felt closer to my wife because I felt now that even though we were starting from scratch, something new, and it was scary, we weren't afraid. It was scary, but we weren't afraid. So for me, it was, it made me respect her more because I can see she respected me more.
Right. And ladies, you have to give your husbands the benefit of the doubt. I know a lot of times that, they may, start this project and start that project, and you may not be totally on board with it, but you have to trust in your mate, and, you have to be that support system, even if you may not agree with it totally 100%, but you know what, you have to let that man be the man. Okay. And you have to let him, go off and, pursue whatever it is they're going to pursue. And you got to be back there to pat them on the back, or, whatever it is that you do, and when the whole income shifting, came about and my econ, I wasn't so totally on it because I'm thinking, okay, it's just one of those things, but guess what? I stood by my husband and he showed me, okay, and we learned this thing together, okay, and we became partners in crime with it.
Partners in crime, huh?
Ooh,
let's go rob the government to get our money back.
Man, oh my goodness. Right. Oh, I can relate to what y'all saying here so much because, hey, man, I feel like I'm talking to myself on this one because, man, I ain't even gonna talk about me on this one, but man, let's just say that I can really relate to what y'all talking about there, man. So hey, let's slide over into this national business builders, y'all. Hey, so okay, you implement income shifting and things are going good. Hey, how one of my mentors say, once you get money out the way, everything else can do what it need to do. So leading up, how did this get started, y'all? How did y'all get started then with your business?
Well, at first it wasn't National Business Builders at first.
Yeah.
Our first business besides my econ was UI Financial Coaching and Services. Mm-hmm. And so, we did that for a couple of years, and then we realized that, we have to grow and we have to do something different, and there came National Business Builders. We have a mentor that came down to our office, and he sat with us for about 5 hours. 5 hours. And in that 5 hours, National Business Builders was birthed, and from there, our motto is we're helping businesses. We want to make sure that you're doing things correctly, in your business, because we notice that a lot of business owners out there, you say you're in business, but you're really not. You're not set up correctly. You're using your personal Social Security for everything that you do. So we're really passionate about helping these businesses get set up correctly. And I'll let Eric kind of go on and talk about a little bit more about it.
Yeah, like Dorothy was saying, NBB was birthed from an idea of something that we were already doing. So we took the strategies of my econ. And if you guys don't know, if you don't understand, my econ stands for my economy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so everybody has their own economy. And when we actually begin to learn that and we begin to implement that and live that, we begin to see, okay, man, we can do something with this. Mm-hmm. So the actual owner, the actual co-founder of the company, he's a personal mentor of mine as well. And he would tell me, hey, listen, use this to build something else. Mm-hmm. Use these strategies to build something else. And a lot of people don't hear that and won't hear, but we'll talk about that. But so we looked at that, and that's when we looked at the UI Financial Coaching Services. Right. And we used that. We began to create other services, mm-hmm. Implement what the company My Econ actually gave us, because even though My Econ isn't a white label per se for us, they allow us to use the information as our own. Right. So we're independent business owners, and we use that information, and we begin to brand ourselves. Mm-hmm. And it was challenging. But then when our mentor came down from Atlanta, our coach and mentor, Mr. June Collier, came down from Atlanta. Like my wife said, he talked to us for 5 hours. Mm-hmm. Now listen to this, man. He talked to us for 5 hours. Right. Talked about business, talked about life, talked about family for 5 hours. Mm-hmm. And then 5 minutes, he helped us to write a business plan. In that 5 minutes. And from there, we had already been branding ourselves, and it was more or less just a rebranding of our UI to National Business Builders, because we wanted to be something that people can use as a household name. Right. Nobody understood UI. Phonetically, it was spelled incorrectly phonetically. Nobody understood it. We didn't understand. So you can't be afraid to rebrand yourself and reinvent yourself and relaunch yourself. I've heard people all the time, you know, a lot of marketers and a lot of traditional business owners say, well, you know, you always remarketing, you always rebranding, you always relaunching. Well, Walmart is too. Home Depot is too. Lowe's is too. So we can't discount ourselves for that. And then, so, you know, the brand was created, and the rest is right now. You know, we just looking to brand ourselves by, you know, being able to help other businesses and other people. So
yeah, and you know, that was something that we took pride in, wanting to help people and, you know, help businesses, you know, because we saw the struggle, and especially with COVID, you know, and so many businesses, you know, failing with COVID. So if COVID didn't teach you as a business owner about getting your stuff together, you never get it together.
Oh, see, you talking about some stuff right there, because COVID really, if it didn't, like you say, if it really didn't, if nothing else, it exposed your weak points in your business plan.
Absolutely.
Strategies that you're using, they have been exposed. And if a lot of people stay on the same pathway that they're on, once it's been exposed, you're not gonna make it. You can't make it. It's impossible. Impossible. Oh my goodness, man. See,
you know, Charles, there's a lot of people that complain. There's a lot of business owners that complained about COVID, who had been in business for 10 plus years, and they ended up having to shut their doors. But the reason why they shut their doors is because they had no positive cash flow.
They weren't prepared.
They had no positive cash flow. So just imagine if it wasn't COVID. Imagine if it was a storm, if it was a hurricane, if it was a tornado, if it was an avalanche or an earthquake, and it shut you down temporarily or momentarily. Now you have no cash flow. They had to fire their people or release their people. They had to release their people. They had to relinquish their business to the government in the form of dissolving some of the businesses, which means they had to shut their doors. And I'm talking about businesses that had been open for 30 years that were ultimately living invoice to invoice.
Right.
Oh.
And on, you know, PPP
and loans and stuff, people getting upset about the, you know, the SBA, PPP and all that stuff, and they're saying, well, they won't give us any money, but you're a business owner. It's the same as being a homeowner and not understanding your finances. People out here living paycheck to paycheck, paycheck to Monday, and when the COVID hit, it only exposed what they were not doing.
Absolutely.
They didn't have the emergency funds. They didn't have a retirement plan. They didn't have any plan. But the only plan they had was plan A, and that was to work for 30 or 40 years. And then when they realized that they couldn't do that because a job is not your friend, now what happens is you got to go back. And now, you know, and I'm going to tell you something, it's funny. It's funny because now you got all these businesses getting started. All these handymen are popping up all over the place. The lumber has gone, it's double. You know what I'm saying? Because people are starting businesses, but they're starting jobs. So if you can't find a job, man, you got to go out there and create one.
You better create it. You better create it. And that's National Business Builders is here to help you create it the correct way.
Yep.
Man, because I know people follow me, people follow you all, people might have shared this with somebody, man. So if y'all hearing this, man, and if the idea is in your head, yeah, reach out to somebody who's doing it,
right,
so that it can expose you to things that you might not have thought of before. So when the next time a pandemic or something like that hits, you're in position. Because I know, man, I think everybody I've interviewed, people that I haven't interviewed, that are implementing the strategies that we're talking about, during the pandemic, financially, they actually did better.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Hey, I see how y'all look, because he looked at you, D. He was like,
listen, I'm gonna tell y'all, you know, during this pandemic, you know, we have been so blessed. You know, we sold our house during the pandemic. Okay, and we are transitioning, you know, to Columbia. And we stayed in the hotel for 3 months. 3 months. Stayed in a hotel, okay, during the pandemic, stayed in the hotel. So that just lets you know that we were prepared. You know, who can say that they could do that? You know, so you have to be prepared. You have to have the cash flow. You have to use income shifting for things that, you know, like that. That we didn't, you know, want to stay in the hotel for 3 months. It was just something that we had to do.
Nah, we having fun.
In order to get, you know, what we wanted to get.
Well, I ain't have to clean up. I ain't have to clean up. I ain't have to do nothing. The trash out. I ain't have to cut no grass. You know, I was.
So income shifting has saved our lives.
But let's turn it back. Let's turn it back a little bit. So we relaunched our business January 26th of 2020. We had just signed a contract for a new building because we moved into a new building in January 2020. So we signed a contract for a year.
Yep.
January goes, that's the end of January, February goes, March, our building gets shut down.
Right.
So we're still going to the building, but we can't have any events.
Right.
But here's what income shifting did. And I'm gonna put a bug in a lot of people's ear because a lot of people don't believe in this little thing or that thing that you're doing. What our mentors and other business associates have shown us, the ones that we listen to and follow, they showed us how to build a network marketing business. Now, there's two ways that we did that. We didn't just build the business by recruiting people. We built the business by using the strategies, which means we recruited ourselves. Once we recruited ourselves, started applying the strategies to our lives, we started walking. And when we started walking, people started to follow us. We were able to create a 4-figure a month income.
Absolutely.
A 4-figure a month income that we took that cash, invested into my e-com business, invested into those strategies, shared with other people, created an asset, built that asset. And then we took the cash from that asset and we didn't go out and get into debt. We used some of that money to get out of debt. We used some of that money to invest, but we mainly used that particular money to invest back into our traditional business.
Right.
So our MyEcon business, the residual income that we have from that pays for our building.
That pays for our building, our rent.
And our rent and our utilities. And most of the majority, about 90% of our expenses for that business. So we took that cash, created an asset, made more cash, and then we built another asset. We're building another asset. And a lot of people frown up at marketing. And I can understand because marketing sometimes has a puts a bad taste in people's mouths. But this ain't that. These are strategies. And regardless of if you can sell, can tell, can share, can build, everybody can use a strategy. So when we talk about the pandemic, we were prepared or preparing ourselves 5 years ago. Because 5 years ago, January 2nd, 2016 is when we started. And I don't know if you heard this, but if you want to be somewhere, if you wanted to be somewhere today, you should have started 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
So right now, smack dab in the middle of the pandemic, business office gets shut down. We can't have anybody. Like my wife said, we moved, sold our house in August of 2020, stayed in the hotel for 3 months, unaffected, not bothered, had a contract through our business from the government. Then we were able to purchase a home and we're still conducting business. And right now if you hear that in the background, we got renovations going on right now. So it's not a brag.
It's not the brag.
It's not
just,
a brag.
You know, to let you know what our journey, you know, is, you know, and it's been an amazing journey, and it's all due to income shifting. I can't say that enough.
Yeah,
I really can't.
And just so people are clear, listen, income shifting is not just correcting your W-4.
No, that's just a little piece.
That's the first step.
Right.
It's so much more. It's minimizing your expenses.
Right.
It's minimizing your taxes. It's learning the importance of investing.
Right.
It's eliminating your debt. It's increasing your credit. It's taking care of your own personal finances. And once you position yourself to shift your mindset to be able to do those things, Once you get money out the way, like T. Hill says, once you get money out the way, everything else is gonna fall in line. But you got to get this together.
That's right.
You got to get this together.
Man, watch out. See, man. Ooh, just there you go. Hey, let's just drop the mic right there, man. Y'all didn't made that thing hot. Hey, man, this thing is hot, y'all. I'm telling you. So, man, oh my goodness, man, I could talk to y'all for days, man. I'm gonna tell you now, man. Y'all got me over here writing notes and stuff. I'm sitting over here writing all kind of notes, man. Hey, y'all got me excited. I'm sitting over here. I'm learning as well. So I gotta make sure I definitely don't forget this part right here. So all of this happens with income shifting, and then now you're capturing things about your journey, which kind of tell us a little bit about your book that you got coming up.
So this book, guys, in 2021, I'm telling my story. Everybody has a story. So I have co-authored with 9 other beautiful ladies. Shout out to Erica Moore. She's the brains behind this movement. It's called the Silent Cry Movement, and MEP Publishing. This book is I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous at the same time because I'm telling my story. People are going to be exposed. So the story is, it's called The Silent Cry: Secrets of the Dark, and it's basically exactly what it is. We're telling secrets. We're telling stories that we never thought that we would ever tell. Because a lot of times it hurts, and things have happened to you. But these other ladies, they're amazing. They all have their own stories. We're talking about domestic violence. We're talking about abuse. We're talking about divorce. You name it. So The Silent Cry: Secrets of the Dark. You can pre-order the book right now. It's going to be some great stories. And the reason I decided to go ahead, share my story, because I know that some other lady, some other woman, some other girl needs to hear my story and the story of the other 9 women. So I'm excited about it. The Silent Cry Movement. Erica Moore, shout out to you for this vision, and MEP Publishing. So if you want to get the book, you can go to my website, Wealthware by D, and look under books. And I'm excited. We're ready for pre-order right now.
See, man, and that's the evolution of income shifting, because a lot of people, it'll start out about you taking care of yourself and stuff like that, and then it evolves into how you can help other people. That's what I love about income shifting. It evolves to what you can do to help other people, man. Oh, hey, and of course, man, y'all already know, man, it's in the comments. Y'all definitely want to go in the comments and check that out. Also, how can they reach out to y'all on all different types of social media platforms? How can they reach out to you if they're trying to reach out to you?
Okay, anything at National BB LLP. Anything
okay,
at
Facebook,
National BB LLP.
Instagram, National BB LLP. You can reach us that way. Our website is nationalbb.net. You can reach us on our website, and all of the other platforms. Like I said, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. What else?
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube,
and it's all at National BB LLP.
And just so you know, Chauncey. So the idea behind, like you said, with the income shifting, is just so you know, so everybody knows. I know you know this, so everybody understands this. Like you said, it opened up doors. So whatever your gift or your talent is, you can't perfect your gift or your talent if you're worried about money. I'm gonna just keep it real. See, we start getting money by getting a job, because traditionally that's what a lot of people are taught, how we're taught to get money. Very rarely do you hear somebody saying, I'm going to go to school, make good grades, and then start a business? We're looking to get a good job. And once you take money off the table, now your creativity just broadens. You know, here you got right here, we invested in ourselves for our business. So now we created another product, how to build business credit. It also has a workbook. That's one thing. But we did that with the pretense that, okay, now we have time, we want to build our business. Also, my book just came in. I did an anthology with a group of authors as well. I have a chapter here with Pastor Darrell Dandridge. This is also one of the things that we're doing now. We're not authors. That's not what we're doing. I want everybody to understand that. That's not my calling is not to write. I know that. We may be gifted in sharing our stories, but everybody has one. But that's just another way to address people or to get your information out there, or get a product out there, or get something out there about yourself. You know, if I sell 0 books, it doesn't matter. But personally, for me, if somebody reads that book, if one person reads that book and reads that chapter and gets something out of it, then you kind of understand, okay, listen, these people are trying to share something with you. So these people are trying to give you a piece of what they have. So a lot of people look at what we're doing or what the company is doing or getting us started, because that was our start. I'm in love with these strategies. You know,
I could just say my econ was the foundation of everything that we're doing right now. It was because of my econ. If it was not for my econ, there would not have been a Your Why Financial. There would not be Wealthware and Designs by D. There would not be National Business Builders, okay? And there would not be, you know, other businesses that we're getting ready to launch. So without my econ, none of this would be possible.
Our son is not only in my econ, but he also has his own
Illuminations Apparel. Yes. Our son, that's his business. Yeah. So without my econ, none of this would be possible. Okay. And I'll tell anybody that my econ is the bomb, straight up. Okay. Straight up.
Oh my goodness. Hey, right there, ain't nothing else need to be said, man. Y'all just put some fire on that thing right there. Man, I gotta say thank y'all for allowing me to interview y'all and let people see it from the relationship side of it, so people can understand, especially since we coming off of Valentine's Day and all that good stuff. And we in the midst of Black History Month as well. So people need to see and understand that there are other people out there that are doing the things that a lot of us probably didn't even see ourselves doing years ago. Yeah. So, thank y'all. Thank you. Man, I tell y'all now, man, if y'all catching this on the replay, man, #replay, drop your city and state, share this with somebody. Hey, subscribe to the channel, y'all. Again, man, this your guy, Mr. Chauncey Reed, man. And man, it's been a pleasure interviewing you all. Man, a distinct pleasure interviewing you all. Man,
Thank you for having us, Chauncey. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you.
Thank y'all. And hey, to all the viewers out there, man, y'all already know, man. Y'all have a great day and a blessed week.
Bye-bye.
Peace.